So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. So, our topic is fast divorce. Fast divorce is a form of judicial dissolution of marriage in Islamic law. It is a legal process where the marriage is annulled by a judge or religious authority based on the valid grounds. Ang mga valid grounds is, ang example nito is cruelty, abandonment, or failure to provide support. This topic is important because it is highlights the right and protection given to spouses, especially sa mga babae, in situation where the marriage can no longer continue peacefully. Introduction sa fast, in Islam daw, marriage is considered a sacred covenant or holy agreement between a man and woman. Hindi lang siya legal or social relationship, but also spiritual and moral commitment built on love, mercy, cooperation, and mutual respect. Sabi sa Quran, dinidescribe ng Quran na ang mag-asawa, ang husband and wife is parang garment for one another, which means they should protect, comfort, and give dignity to one another. Because marriage is highly valued, Islam always encourage patience, understanding, and reconciliation whenever problems happen. Couples are first encouraged to fix their misunderstanding and restore peace in relationship. So sa fast is ine-encourage muna yung mag-asawa na i-fix yung mga misunderstanding sa kanilang relasyon. However, in Islam, is nire-recognize din nila na hindi lahat ng marriage is pwedeng magstay peaceful and harmonious. There are situations din na where the relationship becomes harmful because of injustice, abuse, neglect, and cruelty. Or pwede rin na nakaka-experience sa pala ng serious suffering. So in those cases, Islamic law provides lawful ways to dissolve the marriage so that husband and wife, especially the one experiencing harm, can be protected and given
Meaning and consent of fast in Islamic law. So, fast, the term fast in Islamic literature means to annul or to revoke or to cancel in Islam. So, fast means is ito na yung pag-cancel or pag-end things ng something sa mag-asawa. So, in Islamic law, it refers to ending a marriage through a judge. So, unlike sa talak, ang talak is yun yung nag-initiate is yung asawang lalaki. Sa fast naman is nangyayari to when a judge decides na yung marriage nyo is ma-dissolve because of a valid reason. Islamic scholars across different schools of thought, Hanafi, Maliki, Shafi'i, and Hanbali, recognizes fast as a legitimate form of marital dissolution. The basis of fast lies in the Islamic principle that harm darar must be removed. A well-known legal maxim in Islam states, harm must be eliminated. This principle ensures that no one spouse should be forced to remain in a relationship that causes physical, emotional, and financial suffering. So, in Islamic scholars from different school is nag-agree na yung fast is ina-allow para ma-end things between sa mga mag-asawa. It is based on the idea that harm should not be allowed sa isang marriage. So in Islam, it teaches us that any form of harm, physical, emotional, or financial, is pwede yun siya ma-annul or ma-remove. Thus, fast reflects the balance within Islamic law, preserving marriage whenever possible but prioritizing justice and human dignity when harm is present. So fast shows that Islam values both marriage and justice. While marriage should be protected, a person should not stay in a harmful relationship. It ensures na dito merong ditong fairness and protects in dignity both mag-asawa, both dun sa lalaki and sa babae.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Hasna Abel. So my part is the ground for fast. So let's proceed to the number 1. Cruelty and physical abuse. The husband hurts or threatens the wife physically, includes beating, violence, or danger to her safety. So in Islam, strictly forbids harming a spouse, recognized under PD 1080. So number 2, emotional or psychological harm. The wife suffers mentally due to the husband's behavior, includes insults, humiliation, or constant stress. So even without physical injury, emotional damage is also valid, but also needs proof like witness or evidence. So number 3, abandonment or desertion. So the husband leaves of the wife without reason, no communication or support for a long time. So causes instability and neglect of her rights. So number 4, failure to provide financial support or nafaka. The husband does not provide basic needs like food, shelter, clothing are his obligation. Even if capable but refuses, it is also valid for ground recognized under PD 103. So number 5, imprisonment. The husband is jailed for a long time, prevents normal married life. Court checks how long and how serious the situation is. 6. Impotence or sexual inability. The husband cannot fulfill marital relations, must be forbidden and ongoing. Court may allow medical evaluation first. So number 7, serious illness or harmful condition. So the husband has a serious diseases or condition. Can be contagious or dangerous or mental illness. Makes marriage unsafe or very difficult. Requires medical proof also. So the last one, deception or fraud before marriage. So the wife was dismissal before marriage, hidden illness, identity or financial lies. If she agree based on false info, she can seek FAS. So overall, FAS is granted when the marriage becomes harmful, unjust, or impossible to continue, and the court confirms valid reason with evidence.
So next is procedure of filing PAS. So step 1 is a filing petition. So first step is yung first step is yung wife yung magpa-file ng petition sa Sharia court. So parang nagsasubmit siya ng formal request na gusto na niyang ipawalang bisa yung marriage. So sa petition na yon is kailangan clear yung dahilan kung bakit siya humihingi ng PAS. Like hindi pwedeng basta like ayoko na. Like, dapat may valid reason talaga. So, for example, like kung inaabuso siya or kung iniwan siya ng asawa or kung hindi siya sinusuportahan. So, parang sinasabi niya sa court, gusto ko na pong tapusin yung kasal namin because of this reason. So, next is supporting evidence. So, aside sa petition, kailangan din ng supporting evidence para mapatunayan yung claims ng wife. So, pwedeng kasama dito yung witnesses statement, which is yung mga taong pwedeng magpatunay sa nangyari, and also medical certificates kung may physical or emotional abuse, and also sa financial records kung pinapakita na hindi siya sinusuportahan, like walang sustento. And next is police or legal reports kung may kaso or na-report na before. So, hindi lang basta salita, dapat may proof talaga. So, step 3 is attempt at reconciliation. So, before i-grant yung PAS, susubukan muna ng court na ayusin yung relationship ng mag-asawa. Kasi based sa teaching na sa Quran is mas okay pa rin na ma-fix muna kung kaya pa. So, parang binibigyan muna sila ng chance na magkaayos bago tuluyang tapusin yung marriage. So, pwedeng gawin ng court yung mag-assign ng mediators. Usually from family ng both sides. And magbibigay ng counseling or advice. And bibigyan na sila ng time para mag-isip and magkaayos. So, in short, parang last chance muna ito para ma-save yung relationship. So, step 4 is judicial decision. So, kung hindi nag-work yung reconciliation at nakita ng court na valid talaga yung reason, like may harm or abuse, magde-decide na yung judge na i-dissolve na yung marriage. Ibig sabihin, papayagan na yung PAS. Like, yung decision na yun, like, dapat officially documented, like may legal record talaga. And also, para sure na recognized by law yung paghiwalay, or pinaprotektahan din nito yung rights ng both husband and wife, and para malinaw yung status nila sa legal matters, financial issue, at kahit sa social aspects. And step 5 is insurance of certificate of dissolution. So, after ma-approve yung PAS, mag-i-issue na yung court ng certificate or decree. So, ito yung official document na nagsasabi na tapos na yung legally yung marriage. So, yung document na yon is like proof na legally dissolved na yung kasal, and also nakakatulong para maiwasan yung future issue or arguments tungkol sa status nila. So, kailangan din siya kung sakaling magpapakasal ulit or may usapin na inheritance or custody ng anak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Sada Muhammad Legalo, and this day is I will tackle for differentiate between fast, talak, and cool. So first is fast. What is fast? Fast is initiated by wife based on valid and legal grounds. So itong fast is initiated by wife, does not need husband consent. Kumbaga, hindi na kailangan ng consent ng asawa, but required ito, kumbaga, required ang fast into court and legal process. So, ang ibang meaning ng fast is judicial divorce by court. So, ang need nito is a valid reason if ever na abuse, neglect, illness, and abandonment. Court reviews evidence and issue decide. So, the court ends marriage to protect the wife. So, sinusuri ng mga korte masyado yung mga ebidensya bago sila magdesisyon. Kasi in Islam, sabi nga, may karapatan ng babae pero mas malaki naman ang walang karapatan makipaghiwalay ang babae if hindi naman valid ang reason. So, second is cool. Cool naman is based on if same din sila. Wife initiate divorce with husband consent. So, ang pinagkaiba ng fast and then ang cool naman is wife initiated but divorce with husband consent, while the fast is wife initiated divorce without husband consent. So, ang cool is need the husband approval if ever silang dalawa is si girl or yung asawang si wife is naghingi siya ng consent or approval sa kanyang asawa. Usually, no court needed unless there is a conflict and based on mutual agreement. And then 3 is talak. So, ang talak naman is ito na yung husband-initiated divorce. So, ang tatlo, ang fast is initiated by wife with judicial court and without consent ng husband. So, ang kwan naman, ang cool naman is initiated by wife din siya. But with consent of husband. So, ang talak is ito naman is yung husband-initiated divorce. So, ang talak is can be spoken, pwede siyang salita or sulat. Hindi naman ito required na gawin sa court. Kumbaga sa mga attorney, just approval and
Good morning, Ustaza. So, I'm going to report the IDA waiting period after fast. So, what is IDA? So, ang IDA is waiting period ng isang kasal na babae sa lalaki. Example is ikasal siya ulit doon sa lalaki. So, IDA waiting period. So, the meaning of fast naman is annulment, which is yun yung anal na sila nung asawa niyang una. So, the first one is determine whether the wife is pregnant. With this, women is pregnant. So, kailangan is, kapag buntis yung babae sa first husband niya, is kailangan i-wait nung lalaki na mag-aasawa sa kanya na malabas na niya yung baby before siya pakasalan. So, protect lineage, nasab, and prevent confusion regarding the paternity. So, kailangan is ma-protect nung lalaki yung previous or mga anak nung mother ay isang babae. So, provide time and emotional adjustment. So, kailangan is ma-respect, kailangan ma-provide nung lalaki yung mga pangangailangan nung mga anak niya dun sa una niyang asawa, even hindi niya anak yon. So, kailangan niya i-support kahit hindi niya yun anak. So, the fourth one is show respect for provision on marriage. So, kailangan is irespeto niya yung mga anak nga nung mother, and irespeto din niya yung mother kasi part siya sa part siya sa ida na kailangan tanggapin ng lalaki yung mga consequences ni girl. So, what the ida is the waiting period of the women. So, kapag nangyari na yung lahat yung determine and protect lineage and provide and show the respect is pwede na siyang magpakasal even buntis siya or hindi. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So my part here is to discuss about the rights and responsibility during Idda. So meron tayo ditong 5 rights and responsibility during Idda or during waiting period. The first one is the prohibition of remarriage. So from the word itself, prohibition. So during waiting period or during Idda, yung babae is hindi siya allowed na mag-asawa ulit, which means kailangan pa muna niyang i-complete yung kanyang waiting period bago siya mag-enter or to make new relationship or bago siya mag-asawa ulit. So, di ba, napag-aralan natin na merong 3 types of idda, which is idda for divorce, idda for death, and idda for pregnancy. So, kapag yung babae is nasa idda for divorce or kapag meron siyang menstruation, kailangan pa muna nang i-complete yung 3 menstrual period bago sila maghiwalay. Or kapag yung babae naman is menopausal or masyado siyang bata, is kailangan pa munang i-complete yung 3 lunar months bago sila maghiwalay. Or even kapag yung babae naman is buntis siya, so bago sila maghiwalay, kailangan pa muna it ends upon giving birth. So, kasi this is very important, kaya ginawa yung idda is para malaman natin kung sino yung totoong tatay ng kanilang magiging anak. And also, ginawa rin itong idda, so, and also itong waiting period is para maipakita na yung marriage is something serious and should be respected even after it ends. So, itong first responsibilities must be followed kasi nga para maiwasan natin yung confusion, protect natin yung identity ng bata, and also ma-maintain natin yung order in the family and in the society. So, the next, so ang pangalawang rights and responsibility during waiting period is itong financial support. So, during the idda, yung babae is may still receive financial support. Most especially nga, gaya ng sabi ko kanina, kapag buntis siya, kailangan talaga masustain ng kanyang former husband, yung kanyang wife, and also yung yung bata. Yung support na makukuha ng wife sa kanyang former husband is yan na yung tutulong sa kanyang or masustain yung kanyang yung kanyang daily needs such as yung kanyang food, yung kanyang mga medicines, mga check-up, and other expenses. So, itong pangalawang responsibilities must also be followed para ma-make sure natin na yung babae is secure siya and yung babae and yung kanyang child is hindi sila napapabayaan and that they remain still safe and healthy during this difficult time. So, ang pangatlo naman is the third one is the residence. So, during the idda or during the waiting period is kapag yung mag-asawa is meron silang sariling bahay, is yung babae is may right siya na magstay doon sa kanilang house, doon sa kanilang marital home, as long as it is safe for her na magstay doon. Kumbaga, she should not leave immediately, most especially kapag yung babae has no other place to go or kumbaga malayo siya sa kanyang pamilya. Kasi nga doon sa pagstay pa lang niya sa kanilang bahay is para ma-make sure na yung babae is secure and safety, and also nabibigyan din siya ng oras para mag-adjust to her new situation. This also must be followed, yun nga, para ma-protect yung kanyang dignity and ma-ensure din yung kanyang safety. So the fourth one is the custody of welfare of children. So kapag yung mag-asawa is meron silang anak, kailangan mas inuuna yung pangangailangan ng kanilang anak. Kumbaga mas pina-priority kung ano yung mas kailangan ng kanilang anak. So yung decision about custody is nakabase siya sa kung ano yung pangangailangan ng kanilang anak, and kumbaga hindi nasusunod kung ano yung kagustuhan ng parents. So this includes their emotional well-being, yung proper upbringing and education, and also yung moral and religious guidance. So, meron tayong laws about dito, like PD 1083, which is yan na yung tutulong sa kanila na mag-guide to make decision para ma-make sure na yung mga bata is after their parents are no longer together is meron silang kumbaga protected sila from harm and also meron silang magandang kinabukasan. So the last one, para sa roles and rights and responsibilities ng wife during waiting period is yung emotional and social consideration. So yung idda is kumbaga hindi lang siya waiting period, it is also a time for emotional healing. Kasi nga, alam naman natin na yung separation and also yung divorce is, yan na yung last resorted which is napaka-painful niya between the two spouses. So, itong period na ito, kumbaga natutulungan na yung babae na mag-rest, mag-reflect, and tanggapin kung ano yung nangyari. And also, nabibigyan din siya ng oras para makapag-isip or to think carefully before making new life decision. So, this last rights and responsibility must also be followed para maprotektahan yung babae to her mental and emotional health and also ma-avoid nga, maiwasan din yung rushing into another relationship without proper healing. So, that's all.
Ang fast ay mahalaga sa Muslim community dahil nagbibigay ito ng legal na paraan para sa babae na makaalis sa kasal. Kung ito ay nagdudulot ng sakit, abuso o hirap, pinapakita nito ang Islam ay nagbibigay halaga sa justice, dignity at welfare ng tao. Kahit may stigma minsan ang divorce, hindi ito bawal kung may injustice na nangyayari. Ang paghingi ng fast ay hindi laban sa faith, kundi paggamit ng karapatan para protektahan ang sarili. Sa Pilipinas, kinikilala ito sa pamamagitan ng Presidential Decree No. 1083, kaya may legal process at protection ang mga involved. Sa kabuuan, nakakatulong ang fast para maiwasan ang abuso, mapanatili ang dignity at maayos ang problema sa tamang legal na paraan.
So, in conclusion, fast is a legal way for a wife to ask the court to end the marriage in Islam kapag ang marriage nila is already causing serious harm and suffering. Even though ang Islam is kinoconsider nila ang marriage na sacred and important, they also teaches justice, mercy, protection of human dignity. Ibig sabihin, ang Islam does not want marriage to become a reason for abuse, cruelty, or unfair treatment. So, if ang husband is hindi na siya nagbibigay ng basic rights sa kanyang asawang babae such as financial support, safety, respect, fairness, or good treatment, ang asawang babae ay may karapatan to ask for judicial dissolution through fast. This is done through the Sharia court where the court studies the evidence and decide fairly. Kapag napapansin naman ng court na pwede pang ayusin is as much as possible is inaayos nila. This is under Presidential Decree No. 1083, Code of Muslim Personnel Law of the Philippines. This is legally recognized in the Philippines including the court processes, evidence, custody, support, and observance of Ida after the marriage is dissolved. Ang main lesson here is that Islamic law is not unfair or too strict. Instead, it is made to protect both marriage and the right of the people inside it. Kapag ang marriage can still be fixed is pinifix po talaga nito. As much as possible in fast is tinatry talaga nilang i-fix ang isang marriage. Islam encourages reconciliation but if it already causes suffering, Islam allows a lawful solution. So overall, fast show that Islam family law always put justice, compassion, and welfare of the husband, wife, and children at the center.